Welcome. Today I'm sharing an insight that genuinely caught me by surprise. A piece of science that completely changed how I saw myself and made me reassess so many of my everyday patterns. As humans, we are said to operate approximately 95% unconsciously and only 5% consciously. Think about that for a moment. What does that mean for you? For me, it simply means that most of what we do is running on patterns, automatic responses, habits, old beliefs, and emotional reflexes we picked up from our environment years ago without realizing it. And here's the part that really did it for me. As a parent, if 95% of our behavior is automatic, then 95% of the way we interact with our kids comes from patterns we don't even know we're using. Patterns from our own childhood. Patterns we copied from our parents. Patterns shaped by the environment we were exposed to. Some of it stress, some of it pressure, survival. Not necessarily by conscious intention. Now, when I understood this, when I really got it, I changed the way I responded to our environment and my son's behaviors. And as a family, we all changed. It was like someone had switched on a light. Suddenly it felt like the pressure had dropped, and what was once frustration started to become understanding. We can notice those moments where we react instead of respond, where we speak from habit instead of clear communication, where we parent from old programming instead of conscious awareness and intent. And here's the beautiful part. Once something becomes conscious, it becomes changeable. We could see the moments where we reacted instead of responded, where we spoke from a reactive state instead of conscious intention, where old programming was running the show instead of the parent we wanted to be. Now, it's not about being perfect. It's not about rewiring the whole 95%. It's about catching one moment, one reaction, one thought where we notice, that's just an old automatic response. I can choose differently here. And when we do that, we don't just change our behavior, we change the emotional environment our kids grow up in. We become calmer, in control, more connected. And our kids, they feel that. So if parenting sometimes feels like trying to change habits they keep repeating, it's because most of those habits live in the 95% unconsciously. But conscious awareness is the doorway. Once you see it, you can shift it. And once you shift it, your whole family begins to feel the difference. Where this becomes practical for us was instead of reacting with, why are you doing this right now? When you're under pressure, I pause, take a breath, and respond with, what do you need in this moment? How can I help you? One sentence pushes your child into the fence. The other gives them the chance to connect and feel your calm energy. Another is being consciously aware of my language. Instead of telling myself he's anxious, unintentionally giving my son a label, a fixed identity, I change it to, he's just uncertain. I remove identity and give the moment flexibility. My son hasn't changed. The frame has. And when the frame changes, you change. Because language isn't just communication. It's the instructions we give our nervous system. The following metaphor sums it up for me. It's like the oxygen mask on a plane. They always tell you to put yours on first. Because if you can't breathe, you can't help your child breathe. To me, parenting is the same. When we regulate our emotions first, we create the emotional stability our children require. because they're also running on automatic, absorbing the environment we create, mirroring our cues, navigating the world with their own 95% unconscious and 5% conscious awareness. Thank you for joining me on Ride the Spectrum. Share your thoughts with us in the comments and subscribe for more insights and small wins.